name is Zineb. I'm 36. I'm from Morocco, but I've actually lived most of my adult life abroad. And I've been a corporate slave for the last like 14 years, and I'm lost. I've left my job. I am not working at the moment, and I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want with my life. I don't know what I want to do. The only thing I know is I want to find out. So I'm being vulnerable on here because it's not necessarily that I want to document my journey, but I feel like there's so many examples out there of finding yourself when you're like in your 20s or finding yourself in your like late 40s because of like life choices. But especially like late mid to late 30s, usually people are like, especially in my circle, a lot of people are like either settled or they have a clear like career path. They want to create their companies. They want to like they have a goal in mind already, and I don't know what I want, if I'm being honest. I have spent a lot of my adult life knowing what I want, and I've climbed the corporate ladder. I've done jobs that I've wanted. I've lived in different countries. I've learned different languages. I worked in different industries. But at the ripe age of 36, I'm not having a midlife crisis because I'm not making any rash decisions. Like, I've been thinking actually of taking a break for the last, I want to say 2 years, because I did burn out a couple of times. And we're all recovering from burnout. If you've burned out once, you're always going to be recovering from burnout your whole life. But I genuinely struggle to think of what I want to do. I know that eventually one day maybe I will go back to corporate. It's not one day, but like I will have to go back to corporate because I need money. But I want to build a life for myself that I am content with. Not necessarily that it's not about like a job is always going to be a job. It's always going to be a way to make money. And I'm okay to look at it that way. I think it's healthy for me to look at it that way. And I will talk a little bit throughout this journey about how I've removed how to see my value through my work, because this was a big problem for me where that kind of created my, or that was the source of my burnout as well as like source of my depression. But after a long time in therapy, I feel like I've managed a little bit to find the ways. And one way is that a job is just going to be a job. So I wanted to take the time to think, what do I want to do with my life outside of my job? Like, I have a lot of hobbies, I have friends, I travel, but what else is there for me that I want to do with? Am I going to have a creative outlet? Am I going to make like a side hustle company? Like, what is it that I want to do and to make of my time and to create? Because it's fine to consume. I think over consumerism is a big thing, especially like if you over scroll on the internet all the time, which is something that I've done for the last 2 months. I've just been a couch potato. I don't know what I want to do in my life. I'm scrolling like 5, 6, 7 hours per day sometimes, sometimes more. And I feel like it's okay for me now, but I want to get to a state of boredom where I have this like idea that I want to do something. And I think it's also there is no shame in saying that I'm 36 and I'm lost. I don't know what I want to do with my life. And I'm a person, so it's not about, oh, just like get married, have kids, and all of that. I know that I made like my decisions somewhere of I don't want kids. I want to find a partner that makes my life better. But that's not what my life revolves around. And I don't want my life to revolve around work either. So, what is it? Where is it? What am I going to be doing? So if you're like me and you're interested and you're curious, um, feel free to follow me or feel free to keep tabs at least. And let me know in the comments if this is something that you identify with. It's something that I'm excited about, but I feel like boredom is a big part of it. So I'm in a state of building the boredom at the moment. Consuming a lot of pop culture. I am chronically online, but I'm also trying to consume a lot of like pop culture moments so that I can be relevant and I can stay on the know. But yeah, I'm 36 and I'm lost, and that's okay. And if you're too, then maybe this is our little group hangout where we can all be lost together. See you on the flip side. Bye.